There's gonna be some changes on the Instagram world. Changes that could potentially risk your account of getting deleted. So if you want to know more, you know what to do. Welcome back, my friends. If you're new here, my name is Dominic. Anyway, let's talk about some of the latest Instagram accounts, because it's almost August, and I stumbled upon a secret announcement by Instagram, who basically said that they're gonna start punishing accounts a lot harder and with a system on Instagram. And it actually sounds terrible. So I tried to read a little bit between the lines. I kind of figured out some stuff, and yeah. Let me first tell you what the updates are about, give you the whole hard facts, and after that, let me tell you my thoughts on this. Let me tell you, why it might be a problem for the platform, and let me tell you what this all thing might have to do, or actually has a lot to do with the recent like blocks, follow blocks, and shadow bans and stuff like that. Anyway, so what they say on the latest press release is, under our existing policy, we disable accounts that have a certain percentage of violating content. We're now rolling out a new policy where, in addition to removing accounts with a certain percentage of violating content, we will also remove accounts with a certain number of violations within a window of time. So this already gives us a lot of interesting information. And also, they say that they're introducing a new notification process to help people, understand if their account is at risk. They're gonna, basically, if you have a lot of violations, you get this pop-up saying, hey, watch out, bro. It could be over any second. And they say that, if content is found to be removed in error, we will restore the post and remove the violation from the account's record. And these are the things that are really interesting. Let me tell you why. Apparently, they go after people who go against their community guidelines, go against whatever they think is good for the platform. And fair enough, it's actually a very good idea on their part, because I just know it. Being a YouTuber, being on Instagram, there's a lot of fucking weirdos out there on the internet. So it's kind of good. Also, there's lots of kids on Instagram, so it's good that they're actually doing some effort to keep this platform safe in a way, and basically to enable a very good experience for the user base, right? Because that's what all of the creators say recently about Instagram is, it's an amazing experience. We don't have problems with anything. They don't try to hurt me in any way. They just want my best. Anyway, there's a few interesting things that I read from that. First of all, it basically confirms the fact that I told you all along, that I was suspecting for months already, that there's some sort of trust score behind each and every Instagram account. A score that tells Instagram how much of a spammer you are, how much value you are for the platform, basically how much trust you have. It was a speculation on my part to tell you that. I always said that, but here on this press release, we kind of have proof, because they say they keep records of you. They kind of track your percentage. Like, you got a high percentage, low trust score, we will lower the reach, for example. Hold on for a sec. Second of all, it kind of confirms something that I don't think I've told you here on Instagram. I told some of my mentorship students, I told some of the people I'm close with, but I had the chance to talk to someone from within Instagram, basically an insider, basically a mule. And whoever that was, might be a he, might be a she, told me they actually have a system in the background rolling where they can see stats for each and every account, and they can actually fix engagement problems, stuff like this, shadow bans, whatever, with just one click. Okay, he or she told me that. I might have seen a screenshot. I might have not seen a screenshot. You'll never know. And this basically just confirms that to me, because I don't know if that person told me the truth. I don't know if they were just trying to bullshit with me. And I actually have not shared it to anyone just because I didn't want to steer some unrest and some panic out there. Because there's just no way of verifying that information that I got from this person. So, seeing all of this, it kind of makes a lot of sense. In this whole statement, this is all about their community guidelines, about hate speech, of course, about just the usual stuff, about terrorism, pornography, stuff like that. But remember this one little box that probably still keeps popping up on your Instagram saying, oh, you're like blocked, you're action blocked. Remember this box? Because this specifically told you that you might have done something that went against your community guidelines or stuff like that. Does that ring a bell, my friends? Does that ring a bell? And since they now officially announced that they have a track record of every person out there, of course that's gonna factor in. Of course you're gonna suffer from that, because there's a percentage of violations, and depending on how many violations you have, you get flagged, you get banned even. This is what they say in their press release. And, you know, these things are the things that they officially say. Just think about the stuff that's going on in the back, you know, because of course they got some stuff going on, of course. You know, there's lots of evidence that suggests that they're actively going against spotters, actively going against, you know, third-party services, stuff like that. I made some videos about that somewhere. I've heard that a lot of the people still have this action block. A lot of the people email me, DM me. My inbox is totally full because of that. Is, you know, all the like block stuff like that that's happening. And I can pretty much say with 50% guarantee, no, a little bit more, and then botting and this following, all these things are kind of dead because Instagram's just fed up with it. They just said, nope, we're gonna block you, stuff like that. And this still persists to this day. You know, there's been some people out there that said, you know, it's a like limit. Basically, you can follow 200 people a day, something like that, around that. We did some tests around that. It turns out with some people, the follow limits were a lot lower even. So, you know, they're just trying to go against them. And just face it, what normal person follows 200 people and unfollows 200 people per day, you know? And some of them we're doing it with 400, 500, 600 per day. So, you know, it makes sense. It actually makes sense for the platform, for them. So, what does that mean for you? Kind of watch out. You know, try to be a good kid as always. They track you. They have a track record. And they will certainly do stuff if you don't comply with their standards. And in my opinion, that's what this infamous shadow ban is all about. They, you know, they do these things, and, you know, my talk with this person kind of confirms that. And, you know, if you just see around, if you just see what's happening, if you're gonna give a track on what's happening right now on this whole platform, it kind of makes a lot of sense. Anyway, as for the other updates, I'm gonna make another video about updates because the likes, by the way, the likes feature they're testing out and rolling it out, removing the likes on Instagram to more and more countries. For example, Italy. If the weather's okay, if I can find a spot where I can fix it, I might just take my plane, fly down to Italy for a day, and just check it out how it's really like when you don't have likes anymore. Anyway, but that's a whole nother video. And if you're gonna know my story, for example, my personal brand, how I started, what I do right now, stuff like that, you know, I don't have a huge audience right now. I don't even know. I think we're at 16,000 or something like that. And I've been living off of my personal brand for the better part of the last 1.5 to 2 years, actually. And, you know, I know that you could do that too. I know everybody could do that because it's not that hard. Anyway, so if you kind of want to achieve the same, or if you kind of want to know how I did that, at least, to try to replicate the process, I've prepared a free training telling you all of my steps that I took to build an audience, grow an audience, monetize an audience without being a sellout, stuff like that. And, you know, in a way that's actually pretty attainable and no woo shit, you know? I'm just trying to tell you, you know, my unfiltered story of how that's possible and how you can make that possible for you, just because I know how it's like. I've been listening to a lot of people and they were like, things just didn't work out for me if I, you know, seeing some. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Link is down below in the description. It's free, of course. It's a free training. Yeah, basically that's it. Basically, we're gonna see each other in a few days. This time for real. Just had a lot of stuff going on in my anyway, my name is Dominic. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, by the way. Yeah, and follow me on Instagram. Anyway, keep fresh, my friends. This was it. My name's Uncle D.